Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I recently watched Elyse Morgan's video on her ink rainbow, her favorite fountain pen inks for 2025, and I decided to follow suit and do my own. I just went ahead and sketched in a very irregular looking rainbow. I will fill that with some of my favorites. I put favorite in quotes because I have so many inks that I enjoy using. So to narrow down my selections, I decided to pick inks that I have a bottle of. Most of them I have bought myself. One is a gift. And I'm trying to choose from newer inks versus my previous favorites from other ones of these kinds of challenges. So I mean, I could go on. I had several favorites in the orange category, and I just decided, okay, I'm just going to go with some newer to me inks. So the first one, which this is breaking what I just said already, but Tex-Mex has got to be my favorite red ink. This is a Colorverse ink. Cute little bottle you may recognize. This ink works so well in so many of my pens. It really flows nicely. It's a wet ink. It's a nice saturated color. I like to have it in my Opus 88 Coloro. I am working on getting a new nib for that, though. I actually just ordered a nib replacement from Van Ness. Even though I love the nib, it does hard start on occasion. And it kind of skips if you quit writing for a minute. But that with this ink is a super fun match. And it's kind of hard to do this on this little bumpy area right there. But anyway, wonderful red, kind of a chili pepper red. It's such a great red. It's saturated, but it's not a super bright red. I feel like it's a deep, rich tone. And then next on the traditional rainbow, I limited my selections to a version of the Roy G. Biv rainbow. I didn't do varying shades, and I didn't do grays or blacks or browns. I'm just sticking to the basics here tonight. Vinta Sandugo is another absolutely amazing ink with incredible sheening properties. I chose this for my orange, another very saturated ink. And it's crazy because, as you can see, it's going on orange, but as it dries, it has this awesome gold green shimmer to it. And I have mixed feelings about shimmers. I like them in some, but I don't like the shimmer taking over the ink color. But with this one, I don't mind it, because it is such a rich, intense color. It feels so good coming from the pen. It's just a very smooth writing experience. It's a little bit hard to paint with a Q-tip. Probably should have chose a brush or something, but we'll just keep with this, and I'll have an easy cleanup tonight. So, kind of funny, isn't it? When it goes down, it's not too different from the Tex-Mex, but as it dries, it actually turns green. So I guess you could say my orange is actually an orange green, but the base color is definitely orange. Such a delightful writing experience. I was given a sample of this, and then I decided, yeah, even though I had that battle with liking a shimmer, this just kind of settled the debate for me. This is Candle Day by Krishna. This I chose for my yellow, although it's orange leaning. You can kind of see here. This is from my friend Myra. This ink is no longer made, she has told me, and she was very generous to give me this huge sample, if not what she had left in the bottle. So kind of a little like a orange yellow or a yellow orange. It is my color selection, as I said, for yellow, but it could go in the orange category. But if you think of what they call yellow cheese, which always seemed funny to me, I feel like orange is not yellow, and so when they call an orange cheese a yellow cheese, it confused me. But so we'll just use that logic though here. And this is my yellow. This is a nice deep color, yellow orange, really nice to write with. Another nice saturated color. And if I remember right, it's been a little while since I've had it in a pen, but I think it's got some good shading qualities too. Those look kind of fun together. You can see probably the colors I'm drawn to just by looking through this. More earthy, fallish colors overall. And then my green, I had to select this natural green as part of the Pearl series by Dominant Industry. As you can see, it's got this amazing shimmer element to it, but I kind of fell in love with it just because of the green. So when I don't want the shimmer, I just let it sit there in the bottle, and I'll ink up my pen without agitating the bottle, I guess you could say, to just get the green. So I'm using this for my green, the G, and Roy G. Biv. Did you learn that when you were a kid like I did? Somebody told me that, the colors of the rainbow, because I could never remember exactly what order they went in. And even now I had to look up a picture of a rainbow because I want to put the red in the lower part, not the outer. But Roy G. Biv, so if you think of that as a man's name, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. This is such a perfect green. I love the medium tone to it. It's not a super dark forest green. It's not a neon green. To me, this is just a great, as it's called, natural green. Makes me think of grass in the summer, the leaves on the trees when they come out in the spring. So very, very nice ink. I didn't have good luck with autumn forest. I know some of you love it. Didn't work for me, but this one, it's a nice wet writer and works in a variety of pens quite well. For my blue, I selected Enchanted Ocean. This is a very new ink to my collection. I bought it last fall. Let me think. It was October. Yep, it was after my son Drew graduated from Marine Basic Training. And I told this story, but if you didn't hear, we were flying out of California and looking down at San Diego Bay. The water and the sparkle on the water from the sunlight was gorgeous, and I thought, I want to remember this moment with a fountain pen ink. So I did a little research, and I narrowed it down to this, and I am very happy with Enchanted Ocean. It has this quite nice silver shimmer, which to me just, and maybe that's why they added it. They're just trying to show that element of sunlight on the ocean. This does have some sheen, as you can see, on the top of the bottle there, but I just liked it for the beautiful blue shade and the sparkle, but I will probably leave out most of the sparkle tonight just to get these solid base colors in my rainbow, my wonky rainbow. It's really draggy when I try to do it the other way, so let me see if this works a little better. It is kind of fun to swatch the colors on with the Q-tips. if you're thinking I'm wasting ink, you may be right, but honestly, it doesn't matter that much to me because I have more ink than a lifetime left to use it. So if I waste a little bit, so be it. Okay, isn't that pretty? Just a nice deep blue, a little bit reminiscent of Deepwater Blue by Ackerman, which is my all-time favorite blue. I also like Kaveco Midnight Blue, which is quite similar to Deepwater Blue. But with the shimmer, it really does look like the water of San Diego Bay on a sunny day. What can I say? This is where it gets tricky. I don't understand indigo. I looked it up and it's like bordering between blue and purple, but on the rainbow we have blue, green, blue, indigo, violet, and to me violet is a deep purple. Isn't that what you think of? Like an African violet or a cute little violet that might grow in the woods, but that is more medium, I guess. So I'm going to kind of bend the rules here and use this Dusty Rose. This is a new bottle. I had a small bottle once before, kind of lost track of it, but recently I got this Dusty Rose by Conklin. Thought it would be good to try in my Conklin pens just to see, you know, how well an ink with a pen of the same name work together. So I was looking online for some Conklin inks, and this Dusty Rose showed up available through Walmart. And we have the membership or whatever where you can pick up your groceries, and supposedly you get free delivery with this membership. So the ink was super inexpensive. It was like $4.90 something. And I was so surprised that Walmart was carrying it. I'm like, yeah, I'll get that. And then it showed up that shipping was another $4 or $5. I'm like, that kind of defeats the purpose. But I forgot to take it out of the cart. And when I made a grocery order, this went through. But then when it showed up on the email that it was coming, it did not have the shipping price. So I thought, okay, I did get it for under $5. Then again, when it came, the receipt showed that there was a shipping fee. So I really don't know for sure what we paid for it, but I still thought around $10 for this 2.2 ounce, 60 milliliter bottle seemed fair enough. So to wrap it up, I'm going to do this Shikiori. This is the Hara Hara, which I think has to do with rain, different types of rain, and I believe this one means like a drizzly day. My bottle's getting quite empty. Don't know if you care to see that. I'm kind of surprised. I guess I've shared some samples, and it's not a huge bottle. And it's okay to use up a bottle. That makes me very happy when I actually use up a bottle of ink. But similar tone, but I thought this was kind of a pretty pastel leaning way to do violet. Goes down, as you can see, a little deeper, and then as I'm spreading it, of course, it's kind of lightening up. This is a really nice ink. It's a little bit lighter, but it's such a pretty, peaceful color. I love it, and I love a rainy day. I don't want it all the time, but I do love being at home on a rainy day. I love the sound of drizzling rain, and I love these soft, gentle purples. Just a very peaceful color to me, and I think those look really pretty together. So I've kind of invented my own rainbow here. It's not exactly primary colors and secondary colors, but I think it's quite pretty. And those would have to be some of my favorites. Quote, favorite, because again, I could not pick a favorite on probably any of my inks, but these are amongst my new favorites of bottles of inks that I have. So Elyse, thank you for reintroducing the challenge that Ginger Peachy had a while back. I thought that was fun, and it's such a easy way to kind of think about our colors, what we like using, and kind of fun to show them all together. I've written in the names of the colors. I forgot to do a last little close-up look, but doesn't show real well. But this is the Colorverse Tex-Mex, Ventus Sandugo, Krishna Candle Day, Dominant Industry, Natural Green, part of the Pearl series, Diamine or Diamine, Enchanted Ocean, Conklin's Dusty Rose, and then Sailor's Shikiori Hara Hara. This is the MD paper. I had been using Cosmo Air Light, but I wanted to start a new kind of paper experimentation and see how I liked some of my go-to inks on different paper, and this is readily available on Cosmo Air is not. I think these are looking really quite nice on here. Okay, well there you go. Take care. Bye.